Greetings, people. I come in peace. What a great night of boxing. Does anybody really believe that Tyson Fury will fight AJ after seeing that? Did you see his face? AJ couldn't get a fight with Fury when he was at his lowest point, so he's definitely not going to get one now. That's for sure. Already Frank Warren and Tyson Fury are putting obstacles in the way, saying we've got an Usyk rematch clause. Yes, we know that, but Turkey has proved to be able to make things happen and would offer a tantalizing step-aside fee. But we all know they're not going to be rushing to take that fight. Fury is between a rock and a hard place. If Usyk beats him, and I think he will, I don't think he'll take the rematch. If he beats Usyk, he'll declare himself the best ever and say he doesn't need to fight AJ because he's beaten the man who's beat him. He's made that clear already. So he'd either retire or rematch a depleted and denuded Ngannou. One of the most embarrassing things for Fury is that he said he hit Ngannou with everything, even an elbow, and it didn't budge him. Well, AJ didn't only budge him, he pulverized him. Poor old Francis started to believe the hype. He also believed that AJ was a lesser opponent than Fury. I'm sure he's now convinced and assured who is the better boxer. Just like Wallin now has no doubts. Both of them were lulled into a false sense of security, and they can blame the media propaganda for that. Still, that's no excuse. They needed to do their own due diligence, analyze truth from fiction. But how does that happen? How do some people acknowledge that AJ is a true force to be reckoned with, and it seems most people didn't? It's simply media bias. Some people simply shouldn't be allowed to comment on boxing. They get too emotional and can't be objective. Their personal preferences are conspicuous. They have a clear predilection for certain boxers over another, so they slant their reporting to advance, push and prop up one personality over another. And Ngannou got caught up and bamboozled. The fight couldn't be more emphatic. Ngannou shouldn't have been in the ring with AJ. I feel for Ngannou because his whole persona was crushed that night. Did you notice how quickly Fury got out of there?
Exit.
He looked really uncomfortable. So would I suppose. I want to make this clear. Fury did take Ngannou seriously. And if he didn't at the start, he definitely did after being knocked down. Why wasn't he able to do what AJ did? Why wasn't his win resounding, explicit, categorical? These are simple questions that deserve simple answers. I feel like a broken record. Tyson Fury was genuinely exposed. He did train hard, he did hit Francis with everything he had and couldn't budge him. His words. Ngannou didn't fall for the feints and the herky-jerky posturing. He didn't care because he didn't respect Fury's power. After he tasted AJ's straight right, he was reacting noticeably to every feint, which allowed AJ to lay the traps that led to Ngannou's departure. Fury shot himself in the foot. In his haste to con the public and fill his coffers, he has dismantled any idea of a real boxing legacy, even though they've already made him a statue. AJ, by knocking out Ngannou, has restored, revived and refreshed boxing. It's rehabilitated for now anyway. AJ has earned the respect of the whole boxing community. Even if you weren't fans of him, what he did on Friday has to be respected. If you don't see it like that, then you're not a real boxing fan. What happened on Friday hushed the MMA fans who were ridiculing boxing fans. I respect the sport of mixed martial arts, but to expect someone in their first and second fight to beat two of the top 3 heavyweights in the world would be shameful. It was embarrassing enough that he went 10 rounds with Tyson Fury and knocked him down in the process. Now that fiasco has been corrected. We still don't know if Fury will turn up for the Usyk fight. I can't imagine he can swerve that. He's exhausted all the excuses, and I don't think he'll win against Usyk. A lot of people are saying this version of AJ would beat Fury. Stop it now. Any version of AJ beats Fury. AJ gave Fury a good hiding when they sparred, and he was just an amateur, and Fury a pro for a couple of years.
I rate myself as one of the top heavyweights in the world.
Ditto,
yeah?
I do
and he came out at me for 3 rounds, and he gave me a beating. I mean, I'm not going to deny it. He gave me what for? Hell for leather for 3 rounds. I thought, oh my God, the amateur's killing me. But
a lot of people are also saying he's declined. Well, I'm not buying that either. That's an easy excuse to justify all the undeserved praise he's been getting over the years. No, he's the same. He's neither improved nor diminished, in my eyes anyway. People simply don't want to deal with their cognitive dissonance, so they rationalize anything that supports their beliefs. A belief perseverance. Face it, Fury isn't who he says he is, and the confirmation bias is obvious and fatiguing.
Where emotion is involved, evidence is not required.
Now, the gradual accumulation of supportive evidence that Fury is a hype job is vast. I must applaud AJ for his graciousness in victory also. A perfect example to how young boxers should behave, how people should behave, with respect for their opponents and each other. He beat Ngannou and then encouraged him. He didn't gloat. He didn't say he was the greatest ever. He didn't say no man born of his mother can beat me. He kept his focus. Of course he was relieved. There was a lot on this boxing match. It was a potential banana skin. Although any seasoned, knowledgeable boxer, boxing fan, pundit knew Ngannou would not last with AJ. It would either be an emphatic points win or a knockout. Nobody could foresee that it would have been so emphatic and so early on in the fight. But that is what was expected and what Fury should have done. Even if Fury couldn't knock him out, he should have played with him in there. But that didn't happen. So on May the 18th, we'll see Fury hopefully turn up to fight Usyk. Fully trained, in condition, in tip-top shape. Let's see how he handles the so-called rabbit. I have a feeling that Usyk will play with him. Usyk has a bee in his bonnet for Fury. I don't think there's any way Usyk is not going to leave that ring without a victory. Anyway, thanks for listening. Please subscribe and remember, choose life.
I bet 20 on the favorite.
I put every penny on the number 2 horse, Hot to Trot.
He's pissed it all away!